Our first ever triple eviction is now in the books, and as a result, the house has been completely turned upside down. What a week it was. In the next hour, we'll cover it all, and we'll hear directly from Bobby, Kevin, and Willow. This is the Big Brother Canada Side Show.
Big Brother Canada.
Kevin, you are the new head of household.
We won! When Kevin became HOH, his #1 target was Brawny Bobby.
I want him out this week. It's time for a big move.
But Kevin deceived Zach and his Diaper Alliance with a bogus plan to backdoor Godfrey.
I'm not taking out Godfrey. I'm going to use him to my advantage to go farther in this game.
I almost want to suggest what I mean, God.
Bobby made Kevin's job easy, volunteering to go on the block.
I need to plan this veto this week. I cannot get backdoored.
But that wasn't Bobby's only reason for bluffing.
I've been telling the entire house that I have a secret power of veto, and it did not want to get caught in that lie.
At the nominations, Kevin put up Brittany and his real target, Bobby, completing step 1 of his big master plan.
It's going to be a big week.
Determined to win the power of veto, Kevin pushed so hard he nearly puked. Then sucked it up.
Calm, cool, collected.
And won the power of veto.
Kevin!
Leaving Bobby bamboozled and still on the block.
I've completely screwed myself. Right now, my life in this game is in Kevin's hands.
At the veto ceremony, Kevin executed the next stage of his plan, abandoning Bobby on the block.
I've decided not to use the power of veto.
Before Kevin could adjourn, Bobby exposed himself and threw down his fake veto.
At least this kept me safe last week, whatever.
Only Bobby's wits could save him now.
Well played, Kevin.
House guests made their choice between Brittany and Bobby.
Man, I think I'm going.
Still not done yet. You gotta fight, bro.
And Bobby was sent packing off to the jury house.
Catch you on the flip side.
House guests were in shock at the first ever triple eviction. And 2 more house guests said their goodbyes.
Good game, guys. Good game.
Welcome to the Side Show. Tonight, we'll dig deep into this week's mind-blowing and game-changing triple eviction. We'll talk to all 3 of the evictees, and we've got another game-changing guest from Season 1 of Big Brother Canada. Emmett Blois is here. Speaking of Season 1, let's bring out my co-hosts. We fell in love with her in Season 1. She's all woman. Here's Zoe Winver. You look fabulous, though. And he's cold, he's calculating, and who knows, he may have killed a guy. Say hello to Peter Brown.
Oh, wow.
You look amazing. Right out of the 80s. All right, guys, let's dive right in. Okay, the triple eviction was like, I don't need, are there words? It's like crazy. Head explosion. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the beginning, okay? So first, Bobby was evicted. Let's talk about Bobby's game. Shall we?
What game? Bobby, from the very beginning, I said he was making the building blocks to failure. From the very first week that he was in the house, he was conditioning the house guests to know that he's a liar. And then ultimately his lie caught up to him, and it was the biggest one of all. So I think Bobby was not a very good player, and he got ultimately what he deserved in the end.
Oof.
I mean, when you go up on the block, that means you have the potential of getting eliminated. So maybe you shouldn't nominate yourself to go on the block. I mean, I don't know. That kind of seemed like a no-brainer. So I don't think Bobby really made a good decision on that one.
And now we're 2 for 2. That's 2 house guests who have volunteered and then were sent packing right away. And Bobby did have one last chance to save himself with the brick POV challenge, and he failed. Brutal. No, absolutely brutal. Okay. Let's talk about the triple eviction. So Bobby was the first to go. Triple eviction was absolute mayhem. So many WTF moments. We watched Kevin go from having the best week ever and all the power to ultimately walking out of the door. We watched Brittany going from being on the block to winning HOH, which I feel like was the first WTF
I know, I'm
moment.
so happy to see her win an HOH, but I mean, the nominations didn't go the way she planned at all, and I'm really sad for her because I think now she's in a really tough position because she put up, you know, Kevin's in that game still, and he's probably going to be gunning after her, so I'm worried for her.
But for a shining moment, it was pretty cool to see someone not in the Diaper Alliance win HOH, right?
Yes.
She did have that one moment of glory.
Yeah, you want it to be a battle of back and forth, and as we've seen, there's very clear lines now. It looks like it's almost a battle of the sexes. It looks like as far as like Diaper Alliance versus everybody else, like there's all these different patterns that are emerging in the game, and I think the lesson to be learned is you always have to prepare yourself to go forward. What you're doing this week has got to help you in the next week. So if you're HOH, you're in power. If you're on the block and not in power, you have to do things that are going to help you going forward, not just thinking about the immediacy of the situation that you're in, and that can be difficult.
You got to play the long game.
Yes.
Easy for us to say out here, way harder in there. So Brittany puts up Zach, Kevin, and Peely. Okay, so I mean, we can say that the house guests did not see the triple coming. That's
No.
fair.
No.
So for the 3 nominees to have any sort of plea ready was pretty impressive. Have a look. Peely, you're up first.
Okay. Well, first of all, I love you guys all so much. This has been a great, like the best adventure so far. Play the best game ever. This is an unforgettable experience for you all. I love you to death, every one of you, and I cannot wait to be friends and see you all outside this house and do what's best for your game. No hard feelings. I love you so much. To my family and friends, I love you and miss you.
Thank you, Peely. Kevin, it's your turn.
Guys, if you go back like 600-700 years in history, farmers would give each other seeds to show their love for each other. If I had seeds, I'd pile them on you guys and throw them at you. I love you guys so freaking much. My pitch is simple. 3 guys, there's a divide against the girls. If you keep me, it's a fight, it's a number in your corner. These 2 ladies, are the sweetest of hearts ever, but they'll be on this side. So guys, that's my simple pitch. I love you all.
Thank you, Kevin. Willow, it's your turn.
This is the lowest moment of my life where I beg you to give me another shot. This is my dream. I only want this. I just want to play the game. I just want to be here. I haven't done anything. Let me show you guys what I can do. Let me show you Canada. Let me show my family that I'm a player and I want to play this game. And I will owe you guys my life if you just let me stay. And I love all of you. And thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Willow. Emotions were so high. Now let's break down those 3, please, because they were very, very different. What did you think of those?
I think Willow definitely gave it her all, and it was the most sincere to me. And I think that it's sad that she didn't make it through. Peely, I think, wasted that opportunity completely and thanked her family. I mean, that's your last chance to stay in the house. You don't need to thank your family. Plead to the house guests. Say you need to stay. She kind of was basically just saying goodbye.
And what about Kevin?
Well, Kevin took a strategic approach. Obviously, like, he understood where the division was in the house. He said, look, he made a competent argument. Guys, I'm a male. So if you keep me, we can go after the females. And they didn't pay attention. So I'm very curious to understand, like, the rationalization of that, because Kevin didn't get a single vote to save. Obviously, he's a big threat, but he's, like, the game is still about numbers at this point. There's still a lot of people in there. He was like, save me. And they didn't. So they took their shot. But I don't know. It was very, very interesting to watch.
Very. Okay, so let's talk about the votes then, okay? So Zach votes for Willow.
Willow. Yeah.
Votes to save Willow. Bruno votes to save Willow.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. Sorry, you know what I'm getting caught up on? The fact that Sarah did not vote to save Willow.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
So here's basically an approximation. If I'm in that scenario, and let's say, for example, Alec was in a position that he could leave the house, why would I ever vote anything that wasn't to save your closest ally? Like, maybe Sarah thinks that Brittany is her closest ally, and that's fair, too.
But is it possible that Sarah thought that, of course, the guys were going to vote to keep Kevin?
Even if that is the reality, you still vote for the person who's closest to you. Like, in that moment, yes, it is a strategic thing that she was doing, but that's almost over-strategizing, which you can do in this game. You can bite yourself, as we said, by over-strategizing, and I think that's what she did in that moment. I believe that she'll regret that decision.
She very well may regret that decision. Yes. Okay, so we're down to just 7 house guests, and this week was an absolute shock for them all. But we told them from the beginning to expect the unexpected. Unpredictability is the name of the game inside the Big Brother house. So here's this week's rant.
The tale of a triple eviction. 1, 2, 3, and they're off to jury.
We've gone from 10 to 7 in the house. The race to the finish is officially on.
And 6 more gotta go home, okay, honey? So get used to it. That's for you, Willow.
Right now, jury is a lover's paradise, but it's about to get a whole lot bigger. So for those going there, enjoy your stay, losers.
So, jury house, we're gonna need 3 extra beds, change the sheets, wash the towels, pillowcases. Okay, bye. See you soon. I might come and visit.
At this point, the house guests are probably thinking, I've survived the triple eviction. I'm probably going to win. Bam! Had that superpower.
Big Brother, tell me what this power is all about. Like, I can keep a secret. Come on, let me know. Oh, girl. That's hot, steaming, juicy juice, juicy.
This week, the Have Not Power is brought to you by my favorite house guest.
Canada!
House in need of a flip?
Canada!
Call Canada. Plucky underdog needing help?
Canada!
Call Canada. Jerk house guest needing evicted?
Oh, Canada! Canada! Canada!
Call Canada.
Canada!
There has been a lot of floating this year, but we're in the deep end now. So it's sink or swim or sink. You have to stay afloat.
You cannot fly under the radar now, honey. It's game on.
All right, house guests, good job. You survived the triple eviction. Nice hustle on that power veto. Let's see some guys versus girls out there. Let's see some boys against girls, girls on girls. Let's see getting rid of these showmances a little bit. How about that? See you out there on the field. Let's break.
Ooh, tonight's gonna be a good sideshow. We got 3 house guests. That's 3 times the team. Plus Emmett. Ooh. Okay, I'm ready. Canada!
So good, so good. Coming up, we'll talk with all 3 of this week's evictees. And right after the break from season 1 of Big Brother Canada, Emmett Floyce will be here. The Big Brother Canada Sideshow is back on Slice right after this. Welcome back to the Sideshow. This is where we discuss, deliberate, and definitely debate what happens on Big Brother Canada. Joining our conversation this week is a guy who knows all about the game, from winning comps to winning the girls. Here's a look at the milkman himself, Emmett, inside the house.
Cheers, Les. There's nothing I like more than a glass of cold milk.
Come on, milkman.
One of my biggest downfalls is that I want to win everything.
Woo! Emmett wins bingo!
Want to see my HOH room?
He's in the zone.
Go, 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 go.
Bang, 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 bang. Check.
Boom!
Emmett, you have lost your position as head of household. You clearly assisted Jillian.
What? All I did was look at her and go like this.
You have been disqualified.
Emmett and Jillian are inseparable.
They're backing out, ladies and gentlemen.
This is basically kind of our house, and they're just guests here.
Your butt does look good. Honestly, the opportunity to pick the brains of the 2 best players from last season is going to help me so much.
Please, welcome back, Emmett Floyce. I know, missed you too.
Pete?
How's it going, buddy?
Pleasure.
Oh, yes.
Gary.
No, it's so.
It's so, actually. Gary's not here this week.
He's been working his chest out.
Don't make that mistake. Gary is gone. This is Zoe. So great to have you here. We
That's
miss
good to be
you
back.
on the show. Of course, I want to hear, who is your eye on? Who are you rooting for?
You know, Big Brother's become such a big part of my life since leaving. You know, we're all great fans here. This year, I kind of took a little bit different approach at it. I always follow along and tweet about it, and I give everyone a fair shake if they make terrible moves. I chirp them for them, make good moves, I praise them. But following along the whole year, I kind of, Bruno's got that personality. Kind of, I like it. He draws people in, and hey, the kid can play. He's not here to be a pushover. So,
All right, so Bruno's your guy. Okay. A lot of hugging. Now, maybe you can get into his head a little bit and please explain the POV, okay? So he went in there and plucked Zach off the block. Break it down.
Well, tonight, it's just an insane show. Like, I'm still kind of, breaking down from it. But again, this is a pure strategic move. He knows that if Zach and Kevin leave, he's up next. He needs a big guy in there. Zach's going to be in there with him. He's going to keep him safe. The heat's going to be on Zach. It's not going to be on Bruno. And, there's that guys versus girls right now. The line's there, and, he's got to stay on his side, and that's the best move to keep Zach. So.
But the whole guys versus girls thing, I feel like that was a recent development. I almost feel like Bruno's paranoia might have willed it into existence, but now it's true. It's here.
It's here, and it couldn't have come at a better time, really. Like, it's just kind of fate that it happened right before this, because what we saw tonight, and from what I see now, Bruno's in a good spot to go far.
Do you guys agree?
Well, in the house, as my friend Alec would say, perception is 9/10 the law. So if Bruno believes that there's a girls' alliance and he acts like there is, then him saving Zach makes perfect sense, because now he's already aligned with Godfrey in the Black and Brew alliance. Now he has Zach, who's basically alone. So like it makes sense for him to do it.
Okay. Now, can we talk about showmances?
Ooh.
Because you have unique knowledge of how being in a showmance may affect your game. Because, of course, you were with Jillian. She won the season. And tonight, with this triple eviction, 2 out of the 3 showmances were destroyed.
You know, coming into this, I knew, like, this is a showmance's worst fear, is when you know 2 people are going. And it's even worse when you know they're going at the exact same time in the exact same eviction. Because this is your perfect opportunity to target 2 people that are a couple. And being in a showmance, it's great, but you know, you're seen together, and people always have that in the back of the head that they need to break you up. So tonight was the opportunity, and you know, if you survive through tonight, you're doing pretty good. Kevin Peely busted up. Willow, Sarah.
I didn't know that was official. Like, that's like an official. That was official.
No, but it's really crazy. Like, I did not see that coming. I think the entire episode was one of the craziest ones we've ever had in the history.
I was like jumping around, like, oh my god, yeah, it's crazy.
I have a feeling the rest of Canada was doing the exact same thing. But since we've been talking about showmances, okay, so Big Brother might not have planned it, but earlier this week he might have inadvertently spiced up the Kevlar showmance, which at this point, may it rest in peace for now.
Come here.
Has somebody been a naughty girl?
Roleplay is key to keeping things hot in the bedroom. Peely needs a little bit of Madame Gabrielle.
OMG.
Coming up, we will talk to all 3 of this week's evicted house guests. Bobby will be first, and it's happening right after this break. The Sideshow is back on Slice. Welcome back to the Big Brother Canada Sideshow. Tonight, we're joined by Emmett from Season 1. This week, 3 house guests were sent packing. Bobby was the first to go, so here's a look at his time inside the house. Bobby!
If your feet get tired, just do one of these.
HOH, baby! Woo! My strategy here is to act like I have no game and get no blood on my hands.
Bobby. Ease up on the top.
I have to wear boots full of slop for 12 hours. Come on! This could really change my life right now. A real-life beaver probably has a better shot at this puzzle than I do right now.
This kid needs to go.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
Bobby has finished his first roll.
I'm definitely having super fun with this.
He's down on the ground in sniper mode.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm trying to throw this card and I accidentally get the question right.
Bobby comes up with the idea of nominating Bobby.
I put myself in this position. I need to win this. I told everybody that I have a secret power veto, but it is a complete lie.
I've decided not to use the power of veto.
At least this piece of shit can't be safe last week, whatever.
Let's hear it for Bobby.
What's up? Oh, you guys look great. Hey, Marissa. What's up? Hey, you gotta give me a hug? Bring it in. Hey, Gary. I got you. What's up, brother? What's going on, man?
I love it.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Crazy.
So my first question for you has to be, do you regret not taking the 10K to leave the game?
Absolutely not. It's a blessing being in that house. I would, if they offered 20K, I wouldn't have took it. If they offered 50K, I probably would have took it. That extra week means so much to me, even in that house. Every day is a blessing in there.
It was the experience for you.
It was,
right?
100%. Like I said, it was all about the experience.
Okay, Emmett, what do you think about this gentleman sitting beside you?
Man. You know, I give solace in the fact I like that you love the game. 100%. But you know, earlier on you kind of said, hey, I'm pretending I don't really have much of a game, but you know, us watching, we kind of realized you didn't really have to pretend, Bobby. But hey, I love that you loved it.
All right, should we go to Peter Brown?
Me? Scared. Bobby, the house guest with the $1 million body and the 10-cent brain.
All right. I know it's coming hard. Let's hear it.
You maybe did a little too much rock climbing before the show because your game was dumber than a box of rocks.
Oh, all right. Let's hear why.
Well, I mean, you set it yourself up to lie from the very beginning, so you were building distrust within the house. Like, lying is a part of the game, but your lies weren't believable. I thought you were a very transparent player, and you were in danger positionally within the house, and that's why you felt like you had to save yourself in the veto. If you have to save yourself in a comp, you know you're in a bad position. You're really loyal to the chop shop, which is, like, that can be a good strategy. Like, loyalty is a key component to success, but I think you maybe went a little too far with it. You didn't look elsewhere when perhaps you could have, and I think that maybe bit you in the butt a little too much. So for me, it was like, you know, there's a difference between intelligence and stupidity in the game. Is intelligence knows limits, but stupidity knows no bounds.
Oh my God. Okay.
Maybe I was putting that.
You remember who this is coming from?
Hey man,
you know
I'll
gonna come
take
hard.
it all, man. It's hard when you're in the house to realize
It is
what's
very
going on.
difficult in there, absolutely.
So?
I think if we want to go to your most recent move, you shouldn't have nominated yourself on the block. Even if it was a rumor in the house and you thought it was going to happen, you shouldn't have went out there, Bobby. You shouldn't have told him that you wanted to go up on the block.
I honestly think I would have been
Shouldn't have
backdoored
done
this
it.
week if I didn't do
You
it.
shouldn't have done it.
That's fair, though. That's fair.
All I had was that veto lie. I think it even saved me last week. Even
Honey,
the week
that
before
veto, that fake veto was a piece of hanger.
You know what? I think it saved me for 2 weeks. Maybe I think Peely could easily put me up.
You know what? It's possible. Anything is
so.
possible
I don't know
in
that.
that house.
It's
really.
okay, Bobby. You got abs to steal.
Very
And you're going to the
strong
jury
core.
house.
You've got a very strong core. But you know
Abs to steal.
what? One thing I can say about you was that you really loved being in there.
Oh
You
my
really
God.
were soaking up the experience.
Oh.
You are a super fan, and you loved being in there.
I loved every second.
And you made it very enjoyable. Okay, so they like to play a lot of games.
Oh gosh.
One of our favorites in the house was called Zach Sack. Why don't you have a look?
I have no idea what that is, so let's take a look.
It's all right. Just needs to get a little bit of weight to it, you know? Makes sense. What did you do? Just sacked myself with that thing. Oh my God. Well, I've like sacked myself like 5 times in this house. Oh my God.
You're just seeing yourself in the. You okay there?
I'm so mad.
Oh, you should show the Peely one. That would have
Oh my God. That was a good game. Not really that funny, but actually very, very funny. Well, I will say your fellow house guest wanted to say goodbye, and you can have a look.
Oh boy.
I got you before you got me. Take it as a compliment. This had to happen for my game.
Bobby, my one loyal Chop Shop member. I wanted to keep you this week, and so did Sarah, until your boy Bruno threw us both under the bus. We couldn't keep him or you together, so you have to go.
Bobby, I knew you were super loyal to the Chop Shop, and even though it didn't work out, know that you are like my big brother, and I'm going to miss our constant teasing, and we're definitely going to hang out after this is all done.
Bob Gnarly, man, you played a gnarly game, lying about bum vetoes and all of that. What I am gonna miss about you, though, is how you cook that slop, bro. One love, man.
Bobby, my man, you're 100% the only person I trust in this house, and I really meant it when I said us two in the final 2. I love you, brother. I can't wait to see you on the outside. I know we're gonna see a lot of each other. Say hi to my wife and kids. I love you, brother.
Thanks, Bruno. Awesome. What a stand-up guy.
How
Actually, it was
close
really nice.
do you get to people in the Big Brother house? Those were some really genuine messages of love.
It's insane. Yeah, I know. I always, like, no matter what, at the end of the day, it is just a game, and there was so much more genuine conversation going on in there. Whenever I talked to Ashley, it wouldn't, even though we weren't close to each other, it wasn't me trying to get closer to her. It was actually just me genuinely wanting to know, like, about her past and life. It was awesome. That was actually a really nice message from Ashley. I was scared of her, so.
You were scared of her?
A little bit. I was trying to plea. I mean, I maybe embarrassed myself, but I went to Zach and Ashley for my last plea for a vote here, and she just gave me the smirk, and the smirk means no matter what you say, I'm gonna get my vote. So, like, okay.
Oh no.
But no, that's so nice of a message for her, and I did a goodbye message for them. I don't know if they're going to show it or not. I'd love to see if they see it or not. So
Okay, now before we let you go, who are you rooting for?
right now, it has to be Bruno. I have no idea what Willie was talking about, but Bruno. I mean, his game was kind of like my game, right, in a sense. So I hope I told enough lies recently that that kind of keep him under the radar for the next couple weeks. Maybe he could pull off an HOH, and maybe he'll gain some more allies in this house. I really hope he can pull it out.
Well, we'll
So.
see what happens because this is a crazy game. Let's hear it again for Bobby.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We've got lots more to get to. The Big Brother Canada Sideshow is back right after this. Welcome back to the Sideshow. This week, Zoe, Peter, and I are joined by Emmett from season 1. Now, so far tonight, we've spoken to Bobby, but as we all know, 2 others were also voted out in our unprecedented and very crazy triple eviction. Let's take a look at their time inside the house. Kevin! Willow!
Oh my God. Canada, you guys will be on my side.
Best day ever! I'll eat anything, big brother. Soda, chocolate, candy.
Hey guys.
Hey, cutie.
This season is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hey man, good job. I just had to go pee. No way.
I'm fighting for the women.
What an honor! Anybody need some ketchup with their fries?
There's only one thing I'm trying to score. That's the referee.
You're so comfy.
Ready? Okay. I love competitions. Ow! Yes! Ooh, it's so beautiful.
I'm at a Big Brother pool party! Woo! This is so amazing. What?
Let's hear it for Kevin and Willow.
How you doing? Good, how are you?
How's it going?
Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Wow. I think everyone in the studio, everyone at home is just saying wow over and over. What just happened?
I don't know.
Literally no idea.
Did you think you were going to be sitting out here when this day started?
I started this day so comfortably. Maybe it was maybe it was a mistake, but I really thought triple eviction and B ends up winning. So little is in our control. It's like, it's tough.
Is there anything you can point to, Willow?
With B winning, I was like, this is the best, you know? I'm in with these girls, you know, I'm so close to Sarah, and Sarah and B are close. Like, I'm laughing. Like, this is easy. We're gonna get some big targets out, and I was one of them.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, crazy. Emmett, what do you think?
Guys, it was honestly watching was an incredible show. Like, we were mind blown. Kevin, I'll start with you first. Like, you know, Canada loves you, man. You played sick out there. You have a ton of fans. Like,
Kevin, seriously, you were a ton of fun to watch in there.
Oh,
wow.
thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Like, you know, both of you, rough shake, terrible way to, you know, it's a hard way to go down. You know, but it's like expect unexpected. It's one of those things. But Willow, you know, we can all say that
The shade.
we just, you know, we love the game so much. You love the game so much. We love that you love it. You know, that being said, it's sad to see you out here. And, you know, everyone's been watching, especially back home. You know, you're from Nova Scotia. We all love you back home. You know, Canada loves you. It's been
a really sad day for the show, no?
Yeah, absolutely.
We lost two great people in the house. What do you think about these two getting axed in such a crazy way?
Kevin, thank you. For all the sad words of tongue and pen, the saddest are these, what might have been. I picked you to win, and I genuinely thought that you had all of the tools of the trade to go through to the end of this game. One of the critical components to success in this game is luck, and you had more luck in 7 weeks than I think I have ever seen anyone have in this entire game. You had the skill to go along with it, and I think what it was is they just viewed you as the biggest remaining target in the house. Even though there are a lot of still targets in there, but they saw you as a very competent, intellectual, skilled player, and that's why I think you're sitting here. So I think you should take it as a badge of honor that you're out here right now.
So?
To be down on yourself. I mean, you definitely went in there for the experience, it seemed, and you really didn't want to leave. And, you know, you still get to go to jury, and I think you're really great to watch on television. And I love that you got to experiment.
Thank you.
That's two showmances gone. Well, Kevin, we're going to see yours in a little bit. But Willow, let's take a look at how one of your closest friends inside the house wanted to say goodbye.
No. Where am I looking?
This house is gonna be awful without you. I can't imagine even getting through a day without you. You played such a great game, and I want you to be proud of yourself. I know that your family and friends are proud of you, and I hope that we can be friends forever outside this house. I had more fun with you in 5 minutes in this house than I've had with everybody combined. So just please know that I love you, and I'm so sorry that this happened.
Coming up, we'll talk more with Kevin and Willow. The Big Brother Canada Sideshow is back right after. Welcome back to the Big Brother Canada Sideshow. Everyone say hello to Emmett. And keep it going for Willow and Kevin. Now, Willow, we've already seen how one very special house guest wanted to say goodbye. Kevin, it's your turn.
I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be able to trust someone as much as I trusted you, but honestly, you're... okay. Honestly, you were my best friend. You are my best friend, and I'm going to miss you, and
I'm gonna keep fighting, and I'm going to try my very best, and I'm not gonna get upset anymore because I can do this, and I know it, and I know you want me to do the best. So I miss you already, and have fun in the jury, and give Willow a hug for me.
Very, very sweet. Very sweet. So you just told me, at the beginning of the day, you guys were in a very good position.
I
Right?
thought so. Even in the night, I thought so.
Right. So can you point to anything else, though, that might have been your downfall? Because you didn't just appear on the block. Somebody voted for you or nominated you to go onto the block. So what happened?
You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
I think me being so close to Sarah and being Sarah were so close at first. Be smart, and she saw us getting so close, and I think she was just like, I'm gonna throw up Willow up there. If she stays, great. If not, it doesn't hurt her game. So I think that's what happened.
Okay.
I came into this house so badly. Really, really bad. I came in at such a slow speed, people were really wondering where I was at. So boom, nominated week 2 with Bobby. Had to win that veto or else I was in trouble. Accidentally won the next HOH. I was trying to throw it and I won it. That's the worst start possible. Because of course people are going to recognize me as a threat going forward. So it's really tough to pick up wins like that and then fall back into the shadows. I just wasn't able to do it.
But you did. You did it for a while. We were like, wow, Kevin is everywhere. If he can just lay back in the cut, it'll be okay for him. And you did until you had to start winning again.
Exactly.
Oh, Big Brother.
So much regret.
Big Brother. Now, you have one of your closest allies, each still in the house. Sarah's still in there. Peely's still in there. Is that who you're rooting for?
I am.
Oh,
I am.
The heart says Peely every single time. If I had to pick someone, can we go into that a little bit?
Oh, let's do it.
I underestimate him so much. I placed my bets on Godfrey Magweeza. Where did this guy come from the last couple weeks?
Genius. He's doing all the things right.
So that's your pick.
That's my pick.
How do you think Peely, first of all, is going to do without you, though?
It's actually, it's good for her game that I leave. It's like
you might be
emotional,
right,
she's
yeah.
sad. We're best friends, but for me to be out of this house, she can now fall back. Zach is Ashley. They're gonna go for Zach before Ashley. So me leaving is actually really good for Peely. So I'm really cheering her on. Oh my God, if she would, that'd be amazing.
I hate to put you on the spot here, but how real are your feelings?
Again, went to the house, separate emotion and game. It's really tough. Those feelings are legit. She's such a wonderful, golden-hearted girl. It's like, we're best friends. We're just the biggest goofballs together. I like her a lot. A lot.
We're gonna be neighbors.
Now, Willow, what do you think is going to happen with Sarah in the house?
Oh, I hope my girl can pull it together. She's a strong girl, but she does play emotionally sometimes. If she can get it together and kind of, she's so smart. She is good at manipulating. She can get, she can make fights. She can get people to turn against each other. She really, though, needs to, stop doing this, girls with girls and just kind of, get the guys on her side because she needs someone to shield her and fight for her, especially in those physical comps. But I think my girl can do it.
So do you think the girls versus guys thing is real, or did it just crop up in the last couple days?
We're calling it girls versus guys. It's just Bruno versus Sarah,
Exactly.
There's nothing beyond that. No, there's way more dynamics going on in the house than girls versus guys.
Those guys are way smarter. They know,
yeah.
Okay. And you guys are off to jury? Are you looking forward to that?
Can we just go back in?
No.
Unfortunately, no, but we will miss you. We will miss you so much in that house. Let's hear it again for Kevin and Willow. Coming up, Zoe, Peter, and I will talk about what could happen inside the house this week. The Big Brother Canada Sideshow is back right after this. Welcome back to the Big Brother Canada Sideshow. Emmett from Season 1 joins us this week, the Milkman. And let's talk about what we can expect in the house for the next few days. Never mind the next few days. We're 3 weeks away from the finale. There's still 7 people in that house. How do you play when it gets down to the wire like this?
Well, this is this is, all these house guests should be feeling it now. Not only feel of accomplishment, but it's if you were sleeping a little bit before, it's time to get up and get going because you got to win to stay in, and, she's all out now.
It's the home stretch. How do you play?
I mean, me, someone who's always throw a comp unless you absolutely need to win. At this point in the game, 3 weeks left, you pretty much need to win in order to survive. So even though there are still pockets of alliances, it looks like there's a male versus female division in the house. Really, if you want your side to stay strong, you need to win, and you can't rely on other people. You kind of have to go into business for yourself more than you normally would at this point.
So there's so much pressure, Zoe. And at the same time, the house probably starts to feel very empty, especially after something like a triple eviction. What's it like in the house at this point in the game?
It's feeling really, really empty. And if you're in there and you want to win, I think they really need to zero down on the social game. You have to make connections with all these people because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are voting for you to win. So, I mean, as much as competitions, you need all of those people in order to win. So I think it's really important to make strong connections with the people that are left in the house. There's only 7.
Absolutely. And of course, we've got that crazy Twistos twist coming. That is going to be as much of a game changer as the triple eviction was. Okay, so do we all get this, right? Canada will be voting on who are the 2 have-nots, which is going to be crazy for them because for a second they'll be like, oh my gosh, does Canada not like us? Oh my gosh.
Devastated.
And then they get the chance to compete for this magical veto power, which will allow them to change both nominations, but force them to change at least one. That's a lot of power.
Yeah.
That's a lot of power. And so it turns out the HOH could really just be playing for safety in the end.
Yeah, I mean, normally, like when you think you get power in the Big Brother house, you can use that power to your advantage. But ultimately, what will happen this week is the power will just give you safety for both the HOH winner and the veto holder. Whoever wins this have-not Twistos special power, they really have all the control this week, and they're going to do it right at the eviction, which I think is insane.
Right before the live. How much would that throw you off your game if you were, say, the HOH or anyone else just sitting down on the couch for that matter?
Well, essentially, the HOH is almost going to be a little bit of a toss, you know, because the real HOH is going to be one of these have-nots that we, you know, votes for. So it's really like this power this late in the game is huge. And we, you know, we've never, you know, it's just going to be crazy. Again, the house is going to get flipped upside down. And it's just going to be a wild one.
It's going to be wild. It's going to be woolly. But I remember when we saw the house for the first time in the first episode, and that vault rose from the floor.
Yes.
Was that not the craziest moment?
It was nuts to see that thing just come out of the have-not room. I mean, you would think that that's just a cellar full of hot messiness, but there's actually some cuteness in there. I mean, I can't wait to see that thing rise from the ashes.
Oh my gosh! Well, I am so happy we were all here to witness what just happened with the triple eviction. That was crazy. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. All right, that does it for this Big Brother Canada Sideshow. We're back next Thursday night only on Slice. Remember, you can always see that BigBrotherCanada.ca for the live feeds, for more info, and to vote. Voting is still open. Let's hear it one more time for our special guest, Emmett. And be sure to check out Big Brother on Sunday night at 7 Eastern and Pacific on Global. That's when we'll find out what the new HOH has in store for the week and who you chose to be the have-not. Good night, Canada.